Hello, Masaki Tanzawa. I'm a property agent and a property management professional. Today, I will talk about the general risk of a property owners, psychological defect, and the stigmatized property. Japanese government announced that the new guideline draft will be released, which is for a property disclosure statement of important issues given to buyers or tenants at the time of agreement. If the property was that in which a murder-suicide had happened, it must be disclosed as before. But the guideline for how long it is needed to notice buyers was not definite so far. The new guideline draft determines it should be stated for 3 years from the occurrence. Accidental death and death by aging is not included in the above in the absolute notice. However, solitary death is ruled to be a notice matter. In particular, the case left for a long time and special cleaning is given are inevitable to notice because it will give decisively a psychological defective bias. Next, what is a disclosure statement then? In the transaction of property, the property agent needs to explain the important matters, as I said, to the parties before the agreement. Roughly speaking, there are 4 matters. 1, rights related to the property, of course. 2, legal restrictions on the property. 3, status and the prospects of the property. 4, terms of a contract. In that case, a document to be delivered to the parties describing the contents of the explanation shall be called a property disclosure statement. Important matters need to be explained when the property agent transacts as the seller himself or when acting on behalf of or mediating property transactions. Then, what is a psychological defect? A psychological defect is an unpleasant or a hateful feeling to reside in a house or apartment. In transactions of the properties, it is said that there is a risk of a psychological resistance to tenants and buyers. Psychological defects include suicide, other killing, accident death, solitary death, and so on. And the location of cemeteries, disgust and nuisance facilities nearby, and the resistance of a designated Bldg youngsters, members in the neighborhood. What is a stigmatized property? Stigmatized property is a property that buyers or tenants may shun for reasons that are stigmatized. Reasons that matter stated in my previous paragraph. And it is quite natural for Japanese to detest stigmatized properties. Is there a solution for it? So any property will be accidentally deemed as a stigmatized property. It may be able to avoid it as much as possible by finding tenants with a careful pick. But frankly speaking, I don't think you can find a definitive solution for it. Then what can we do? Some say that a firm local community may help. Everyone knows that it is not easy to form a tight local community so quickly. In the case of condominiums, residents legally must establish a management association. Then I recommend in this case to encourage residents to actively participate in. I actually have advised some associations how to make it active. When it is not possible to create an effective community, you can utilize a fee-based service, paid services. For example, some security companies provide services called the Mimamori, that is a watchover. Well, finally, again, I talk about the proper property management. Proper management has two main meanings. One is the rental management of your house or room to let. Rental management is one, recruitment of tenants, collection of rent and prompting. Two, interaction with the tenants on rent. Something happened every day. Three, inspection, repair, renovation, and so on of rental properties. The other one is building management that you own. Two factors. One, inspection of equipment throughout a building and repairs, replacement, restoration, and etc. Two, maintenance of common areas, cleaning, repairs, and so on. I think it can prevent the occurrence of stigmatized properties and maintain the asset value of owned properties. Well, I say that anyway, proper management is extremely important to avoid your property from being useless and to produce your satisfaction for return. Please feel free to send me a message for further questions. Thank you for watching. See you next. Bye. Thank you for watching. See you next. Bye.